This ain't right, man. This ain't right.
I mean, you think it's right. Clearly, you made me do it.
Someone had to put these boys here, I'm going to point out.
Yes, they did.
Someone had to put those there.
Detroit and Cleveland are pretty bad.
Yeah,
right
I've
now,
driven
actually.
through Detroit a few times, just because it's like right across the bridge from Canada, and it's like, there definitely used to be a city here.
Yeah. So we got Detroit and we got Flint, so we got a theme going now.
We're covering, it's not exactly prejudicial, because it's more like, we're covering the most negative views of a few parts of
exactly.
the U.S.
Of Michigan. Watch that as it goes in.
It's really
in.
like,
yes.
It's terrifying. I love that the trains just vanish. Like
they vanish, yeah.
They're just gone. Oh no, what was that mayor thinking?
No puppies allowed. I hate this city.
Must be
Fair
one.
enough.
Well, you should just abandon your house. Abandon where you're living in the
I can honestly say I've never seen that tweet before in this game.
Slightly reduced garbage accumulation, slightly decreased happiness. So just
there you go.
Like if you really, what a great city. I would think I'm dreaming if I didn't know otherwise.
You don't know otherwise. Look how backed up this is.
Everyone wants to go through the lake. Everyone wants to go
It's
through
like
the
a
lake.
Tourist attraction.
The tourist attraction is drive through a lake.
Yeah, drive up to a lake and then just sit in traffic.
I'm going to point out that in the eventuality that you own those tiles, I never said anything about, like, you must leave that highway flooded.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you can fix that. Well, now I'm really trying to understand what this river is. Because the thing...
Because it's coming out of a... Yeah. They do that in some of the preset ones. I never liked that. Like, I guess lakes do drain into rivers.
Well, yeah, so I guess that has to be a lake, not the ocean.
Yeah. Well, certainly it can't be the ocean if it's draining into a... unless water...
city skylines, lol.
Yes. Percent, what is that?
Multiple problems.
Tax is too high. Yeah, I've never seen that before either.
If you have all of these problems, leave. Thank you for an #amazing #vacation. Well,
to the lake.
But where did this person stay on his vacation? The only hotel is still abandoned, isn't it?
Well, I think they can have other hotels. I think it just forces it to be a hotel.
I see. Can we check, see if it's still abandoned? I'll feel bad.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. I know. I don't know how to fix that. Oh, maybe it's because it's a historical building. Maybe it won't become unabandoned.
That seems unlikely, particularly given the description that gives. No more #dog, #poop everywhere. What a #joy. So that person, they don't mind paying vastly higher taxes and not being allowed to heat their houses so long as...
Well, they didn't say they were happy with the tax rate.
Oh, that looks fine. That looks great. This seems not like an issue at all.
I need to turn that into a traffic light because this is such a busy road now.
Somehow. all that red, all that just like... Ah!
Yeah, exactly.
Then leave. All you have to do is go. Everywhere else is livable. You can still leave.
Building can become abandoned if nothing is done, it says.
Like, you'd finally dealt with a lot of your problems, so a lot of the flags aren't there, and then there's just this region that's just a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I love how even without the tile map on, you can so plainly see the line
yes,
of, like,
where
where
exactly.
it was.
Oriental Street. Well, that's racist.
No, it's not.
It wasn't until I said that.
If the street goes east-west, then they can just name one direction Oriental Street and one direction Occidental Street.
we got a little bit of a district in there.
I think I'm gonna renege on my previous not wanting a sewage ferry and say I do want a sewage ferry, but I'm gonna be more specific than that. Our metro accessible, or an area that's only metro accessible, I think we need an area that's only sewage ferry accessible.
Ah, gotcha. Well, I'm glad I just bought this tile. This is a perfect spot for it, I think.
Sewage ferries.
Pretty good.
Oh, was that the problem? I thought
Well, that was part of it.
Oh, okay.
But I can move the wind turbines,
That's
too.
true.
I'm going to have to move the wind turbines, obviously.
Pardon, we need to move some of our advanced wind turbines out of this river of sewage so that we can get our ferries in.
Mm-hmm.
This has really become a town of many detached areas.
Mm-hmm.
North Axe and South Axe are completely detached from each other. There's now the North Korea, which is totally, utterly detached from everything. There's the Metro-only district, the Ferry-only district. Just noticed you've got, because of the pumps, you've got a pipe going directly under the river of sewage. And nothing could go wrong with that.
What are you thinking?
Venezia della Fecci.
With one Z or two?
That is correct. It was Delle, which I don't know what the hell that is in Italian, but okay, I guess that's just like an abbreviation kind of thing.
Like that?
Fecci is only one C, F-E-C-I, which I think would be pronounced Fecci in Italian.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's just not. It's not Fecci. It's Fecci.
Right. Yeah. Venezia della Fecci.
Venezia delle Fecci.
Whatever you would like, I have no demands.
I thought I remembered seeing something in here that I want.
For moving?
I mean, it makes sense.
Okay, well, I read moving in as in like moving in, but no, moving in the city.
In the city, yeah. There we go. So, industrial space planning, so we can fit more industry in there. Filter industrial waste so that they're a little bit less polluting. But we're still missing one important thing. A recycling center.
Ferry ahoy! Great to have new transportation options in the city. Hashtag ferries, hashtag travel by
sewage.
Hey! The houses are building. That doesn't necessarily mean anybody will move in. I'm not sure how they get all the supplies in to build the houses.
Well, on the ferries.
By a ferry, I guess. What do you mean you don't have water? You're surrounded.
You're right next to it. Well, now this is navigating.
You wouldn't want any ferry accidents around there. That could cause real problems.
You think you have health problems now? Wait until everybody gets dropped into this reservoir.
God, just seeing the ferries on this. It's like, this ain't right, man. This ain't right.
I mean, you think it's right. Clearly, you made me do it.
Someone had to put these boys here, I'm going to point out.
Yes, they did.
Someone had to put those there.
I mean, their cars are going to appear here.
Glade Street.
Or not. Not even people. Was there nobody on that? How? Okay, 0 passengers. I see some abandoned buildings.
There's a lot of abandoned buildings. I'm disappointed that our rubble block isn't rubble, but I'm gonna be happy with our abandoned building zone.
Why are you building here? Well, they probably didn't.
Oh, it says upgrade underway.
Yeah.
So they love paying higher taxes so much that they built a better house, but they didn't abandon anything. That's not... look to your right. Just pan the camera to the...
Oh, because I turned this off again. I think you're right about distance.
Yeah, there's a distance thing going on.
And this has been going for a while then, because I turned this off a while ago. How am I going to fix this problem? You know what, at this point, I don't think it's a bad idea to have more sewage dumping into the...
I mean, now it's just a river of sewage, so dump as you please. It'll only make the ferries more navigable. That's drying up again. Where is it
I don't understand
going?
this. There's like a really weird tide on that upstream lake.
I think it's like it's eventually going to stabilize and just not have an outlet. It'll just seep into the ground.
You know what? I'm gonna just see if this happened to fix things.
Usually doesn't take very long for them all to blink away.
The Forest Service has stated
Oh no, the forest!
fire in the area.
No!
Forested area.
A forest fire is right.
It's a campfire.
There they go.
See, I don't know how much closer that is than these. I guess it is. Just this guy now. These guys are all gone too.
He's the only one in the entire city who can't
right.
figure out what it is.
think-
It's
yeah.
gone, yeah.
I think it's all good now.
How long can you keep that going? Like,
Well, I could continue adding trees, but it's like kindling.
yeah, if your goal was to have an eternal flame here.
Yeah, you could probably make it eventually loop back on itself too, because they do eventually grow back.
Right. Ah, the abandoned district is getting more abandoned. I don't think there's a single building in the abandoned district that has no flags at all. Other than the...
Why? What? They're building new ones.
How dare they? Because that didn't say being... Hey, they're still vanishing! What the hell? What's going on?
I don't know. Apparently that policy doesn't mean anything. Oh, this is after a disaster.
Why?
No rebuilding is after a disaster.
Oh, lots with destroyed buildings.
Yeah.
Not
so we should have done
abandoned
that. We should have just done this over here.
Yeah, we should have.
Yep. Well, this is just going to be an abandoned, like, constantly cycling
It's going to be
through
a cycling
abandoned...
hellscape.
Yeah.
Which, still kind of fits
You
Detroit.
like more, even, I think. All right.
No, I definitely don't like it more. I would like it
Three
much
people
more if
here.
it was just abandoned. Which means I could have demanded when, like, shortly after the tsunami struck, just to make the whole city no rebuilding.
Yes.
And just kill it.
And then,
just
and
end.
then, yeah, the city would have, then this series would be over.
Yes.
They're very small arrows, but
Right, so it's...
flowing that way.
Oh, is it flowing out from the sewage?
Yes. Yes.
Of course it is.
And then-
Outstanding. It's like, there are places where, like, two rivers or two oceans or two currents meet, and they have very different amounts of sediment or something, so there's, like, a clear distinction in them.
Yeah. But here we've actually
But here,
separated
yes,
them.
they don't actually touch. But you could stand on that berm there and just look either way, and it's vile. Okay, so my main sort of thrust of thought was something with the tile that is now going over the lake there. But it's just, every time I think of something to do there, the water changes. And presently, if you rotate the camera a little bit, it's like the Scream. No, the other way.
Oh yeah.
There we go. It's made modern art.
Uh-huh.
But another way would be to force it to resolve itself. So you did say that there is some kind of freshwater outlet, right? Is that
Yes,
something
there
that
is.
you need to be a bigger city to have, or
No, you can do that now.
freshwater outlet lets out excess water in the system? Okay, so this tile owns just a weensy little bit of mountain up there,
Yeah.
and yeah, like there. And that's the place to make a new A fresh, an actual river, like a river.
It's a spring. Yeah.
Yes. And that'll, I'm hoping that if we do this, it'll start to resolve whatever the hell is going on with the whole water situation.
I think it's just going to make it even take longer to figure out what's going on.
Well, that's one kind of resolution. I've managed to avoid making another river of sewage by making it instead be a river of water. Like, again, you can just about imagine a city sort of constructing a creek. Not just about, of course a city would construct a creek, it happens. But, like, there would be more planning than just throw the outlet onto a hill and see what happens.
See what happens, exactly. Spreads out quite a bit.
It is spreading a lot. So maybe if this sort of combines with that, it will reassert that lake and make it more stably a lake. Right, because that's all just so even, there's really nowhere for it to flow into. Well, that just built a ton more water somehow. Oh, there it goes. Magic. What? More water again.
Magic.
Well, there it goes. Nope. I like how the lake is reaching up to...
Yes.
All water flows into this point here.
Mm-hmm. Convergence.
Just gonna raise like a tower of water there.
This is not a conservative vector field.
And just intentionally flood your town to build ferries everywhere.